bow to advanced, intermediate level students, students at home, welcome everybody. Let's begin with some breathing. Just check in with yourself and go through that cascade of relaxation. Ready, go ahead and transition to embracing horse. just go ahead and run the whole third section at warm-up kind of pace and depth, so still kind of gentle, just getting the body moving. Embrace tiger, return to mountain. Grasp the bird's tail. Diagonal single whip. Arthur Well horse's mane 1. Arthur Wild horse's mane 2. Arthur Wild horse's mane 3. Grasp the bird's tail. Single whip. Four corners. Fair lady, work shuttles 1. Fair lady, work shuttles 2. Fair lady, work shuttles 3. Fair lady, work shuttles 4. Grasp the bird's tail. Single whip. Cloud hands. Cloud hands 1. 2. 3. Single whip. Snake creep down. Golden rooster stands on left leg. Golden rooster stands on right leg. Repulse monkeys 1. 2. 3. Slant flying. 6 hands. White crane spreads wings. Brush knee push. Needle and sea bottom. Fan through back. Turn around white snake, spits its tongue. Hidden hand punch. Grasp the bird's tail. Where's the office, Mr. Hawkins? cloud hands 1. 2. 3. Single whip. Pat high horse. Piercing palm. Turn body, cross form kick. Brush knee, punch to groin. Grasp the bird's tail. Towards the opposite. Single whip. Snake creeps down. Step up, 7 stars. Step back, ride the tiger to the mountain. Sweep the lotus. Then bow shoot tiger. Hidden hand punch. Withdraw and push. Cross hands. Feet together. Good job.
The feet together and exhale. The feet together and exhale.
Correct. That's correct. Yes, yes, yes. So, who would like to refresh me with what you worked on Monday?
We're working on the
Piercing palm?
piercing palm, I believe.
Cross form kick?
Cross form kick, yes. Yeah.
How did that go? Any questions? Any?
No, good corrections,
Good
good
corrections.
placements.
Okay.
I didn't buy it this time on the first.
Say again?
I didn't mess it up, so I guess I
Yay!
learned something.
And I got my first shot today, so I am laden with joint aches and not feeling super good right now, so it's a good sign.
The second one got me.
Well, I was surprised the first one got me. I expected a sore arm, but like and of course I have a connective tissue disorder and my joints are super angry at me. So my Tai Chi is gonna be super gentle and small today. I'm like, ooh, I'm not feeling so great. That said, let me see, pat high horse, through cross form kick, brush knee, punch to groin, just so that I can see how it's coming. And again, piercing palm. Turn body, cross form kick. I'm good. Brush knee, punch to groin. And then grasp the bird's tail. Yeah. Okay, good. Release. So, I'm just gonna have to commit to memory that these ones are the rock back ones that don't go towards the
I'm
left.
just not gonna.
I know, yeah. That is not a criticism, by the way, because it was just, it's a tough one to remember, but
It is in here.
I know it is.
Had I not seen a cue, I would have messed it up, just like you did.
So-
First round.
Let's see, and, so,
So it's the first one, the second two.
yeah, to me, it's easier to think of, but this is just how my brain works. Any of the sort of tricky, weird things that happen going this way is gonna have that kind of abbreviated grasp the bird's tail.
Okay.
So what I mean by that is turn around type of back fist. White snake spits its tongue, hidden hand punch, the funny one happens. Brush knee, punch downward, goes over here in the second section, so you skip it. But brush knee, punch to groin, again, has that, so there's 3 of them. Turn around strike with back fist, white snake spits its tongue, and brush knee, punch to groin.
I'll get it.
Are your funny, are your
Well, they're
funny
short
ones? Yeah, the short ones that you think are hard, but they're actually easier because there's less to them. But I know, it was like, what? It was really hard for me. So those are the three of the whole form that do the funny thing that way.
They should have just made us work a little harder and change the name.
The what?
I said they should have just made us work a little harder and change the name.
Right, it's like different grasp the bird's tail.
Short version.
I can do the other grasp the bird's tail. Yeah, I can work on verbal cues. No, it's not a bad idea. Any questions about piercing palm, cross-form kick, or any of those things?
I didn't really get the cross form.
Cross-form kick, okay. Mine will be low today, but I can help you with that.
So will mine.
Sometimes I feel like imposter syndrome, like your kick should be amazing, like, yeah, but my knees are killing me today.
So mine isn't the cross-form kick, and it's where do your hands go
Where do the-
after they go?
Where the hands go after the kick.
Yes.
And what I'd like, one thing, it's a refinement correction on piercing palm. So you're hearing tie high horse. Really feel a sink. What I'm trying to correct is the occasion to kind of just take a step and then it sort of flops out. I'm here and I root, so I'm blocking and I'm stepping and I'm rooting in and I'm shifting and this comes out. Yeah, so sometimes there's kind of a, yeah, that was correct. You here. It's really like if you had your hidden hand punch, but switched your hands. It's the same kind of thing. But yeah, there's definitely an out strike versus sort of an arcing thing. It's hit. You're basically hitting somewhere along. You can see some people really like do this.
I thought we were poking somebody's eye, I don't know.
You're poking someone's eye or you're striking them. So anywhere, in this part, yes. But whichever you do, whether it's hand, like fingers or palm heel, there's a sink shift, like versus sort of a flopping out.
Ah,
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So it's a jutting forward strike versus kind of an unfolding of the elbow. Yes. Yes, and it helps make that move make sense if you sink into it. Yes, Ms. Rosie, that looks really good. Yes.
and even feels better.
It feels better. Imagine that. It feels better. And then so hands. What are we doing? So this one, cross form kick, cross because the hands are crossed. I'm only hitting or trying to hit the left hand versus sweep the lotus, which is tap, tap. So here I am. It's lift, strike. And they open, and you set the heel down rather than flop. So they're kind of here. And then it's a brush knee push type action. Brush knee, punch to groin. So they open. I don't want to quite go as extreme as jazz hands, but it's kind of, whoa, look at me what I just did. And that helps put the foot down, and then it kind of transitions into a brush knee type wind up. Make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Practice it a couple minutes?
Sure.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Round it out as you come in.
So they basically, as you make contact and kick, they're gonna open.
Yes.
And then,
Okay.
yes, you got it this way. Yes, 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 yes.
I was wondering if I wasn't open enough and
Well,
I'm
there's
cheating this
there's
hand.
teaching ways, and then there's, you get it smoothed out ways,
Right.
and so, it wouldn't stop, it's just kind of,
Mm-hmm.
makes
I was
sense?
wondering if I was cheating the left hand, I was opening up.
I don't think so, I mean, it is kind of, I mean, it's gonna feel, for me, similar hand strike, hand place as when you're doing it's that out. Obviously, it's not lifting, I mean, so it's a different mechanic, but the end, yeah, it has that same sensation to the heel kicks.
Okay.
Briefly, because it automatically threads into the next one. The fresh knee punch to groin. Yes, that looks good. That's it?
No, I'm doing it correct.
Yes, it looks good. Yes. Good.
I'm stepping out more,
Good correction.
because I feel like I'm.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay, finish the one that you're on.
So you're doing your, are you this face and this face, or are you just turning your body?
That's what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about, it's here.
Okay.
Little distinction or the little help in coaching on, you know, where exactly is the punch to the groin? Is it a down, is it an out, is it, you know, where is it? So, with this one, okay, two things can happen. You can step a little longer to be able to reach lower, so my double dragons can be longer. Or it can also be normal, and I bend this back leg a little bit. And it's okay for this knee to come in because all of my weight is on this front leg. What we're trying to not do is a repeat of punch downward. Or also just sort of a slightly lower hidden hand punch. We really want to make it a distinct, like, it would be your groin height, but, you know, make it, so, you know, kick, make it look different than just your basic hidden hand punch, but also not try to stay here and then punch downward. It's still a hidden hand punch direction, it's just lower. And you can accommodate that two different ways, by stepping longer or by sinking, and on this one occasion, it's okay if this knee comes in because I don't have any weight in it. Does that make sense to everybody?
How about lifting the heel?
It's okay on this one, because
Okay.
if either I'm gonna step longer and straighten the back leg out to get low, but notice how much farther I have to be at groin height. Or I can step more in regular double dragons and crouch down a little bit and lift that heel. And yes, to your answer, it's your eye spirit and your attention is to the person who you're punching rather deliberately.
It's so easy to just look everywhere.
It is. It is. So try it a few times. Think about that punch to groin. Yes, Mr. Barrett. Good. Good. Yes, Mr. Schwinn. Good. Good.
So it's okay to extend a little with your hips.
Say it again?
If you're gonna get deep, like you said, it seems like kind of this hip comes out a little bit.
Well, if you don't do that with your hip and lift up the heel of the back
Oh,
foot,
okay.
because again, if all my weight's here,
Let it
it's,
go.
I'm not hurting this knee by letting it come in.
This one.
Does that make sense? Yeah. Glad you said that. Because you definitely want your hips facing the direction that you're punching.
a little bit of the heel, but
It helps,
then,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
especially if you're crossing and go lower.
Right. Because the goal is here that if you were performing this for, say, your black sash test or in a demonstration or something, they wouldn't have to guess which punch you're trying to do, whether it's punch down, hidden hand punch, or punch to groin. So they're, here, here, and here, so that they're three distinct heights of these. Good. Any questions about that section? No. All right.
That's clear enough.
Yep, and then, how do we feel about the grasp of the bird's tail getting out of it?
If you look at the D.
I'm looking at everybody. I'm looking at everybody.
Short one.
So it's, again, it's,
You're going this way, so it'd be the short one.
that's correct, it's the short one, it's the rock back, I call it that sort of implied warm-off one. Yep. I know you will, I have no doubts. And then what comes after that, after you grasp the bird's tail? Yep, and then what's after that?
Oh, oh.
Is it ground? Cloud hands came, no, cloud hands came before that high horse.
But isn't there two cloud hands in this?
There are, but we already did the second one.
Oh.
Because it's cloud hands, snake roots down, and then you go through the repulse monkeys, yada, yada, yada. Cloud hands again, tap my horse. To this cross form kick, single whip, snake roots down. This is your second snake. Yes. Let me, I'm 90. I'm not that deep right now.
Yeah, that's okay, we're practicing on.
Step up 7 stars.
Monkey, 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 slant line, lift hands, shoulder wide crane, push, half. Yep.
Someone's right?
Ha. Ha.
Look for
Ha. Ha. Ha.
Snake creeps down.
Yes. One day you two will be able to flex through the foot. I have a minute, I can do the whole third section.
Because usually when you come out of one of the hits, it's gonna be either single whip or, and then snake creeps down, or you're going in cloud heads, one or the other.
Right, and when you want it to be snake creeps down, the second one is your second cloud hands. And then when you want
Yeah.
it to be another cloud hands, it's your second snake creeps down.
Right.
So it's snake creeps down, and this one is the step up 7 stars. So this
Right.
one, we get to push off. All right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then, so 7 stars, and then what's after 7 stars?
Step back, right the tide into the mountain.
Yeah, right.
Uh-huh. But before we get to step back, ride the tide to the mountain, let's look at that snake creeps down and the step up 7 stars.
This way.
Is that jumping ahead too much? Do you feel okay with that?
I can follow.
Okay, because it's, we can work on the repeats, or we can kind of get to the new juicy stuff. All right, so snake creeps down, obviously review, everyone's seen it. This one, I'm gonna say, feels a little easier to get out of because you get to help yourself with that back foot. So here we are, single whip, and snake creeps down. Oh, arm. And then here, I don't necessarily have to turn this foot out because I'm pushing off with this back foot, and my beak back here comes up with the foot to cross. And then step back, very important that that right hand turns down, and then open and strike. What I mean by that, Mr. Schwinn, is that here, this turns
Oh, I forgot this.
Well, how are your hands going? I'm not
So,
seeing.
yeah. Oh, the camera even, let's do that.
Oh, yeah.
So, then my snake creeps down, I push off, or here. And then as I step back, right palm turns down to block this kick. Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then it opens, like I'm blocking, I'm
So it's like
this
this.
kick, and then I'm striking to the neck. Yes, that's correct.
I forgot the application for it, that's why.
Have you seen this move before?
No, but I think you got your left, your right. mixed up with the
No, my right hand goes down. Right palm, my right, meaning my right wrist turns down. I use the wrong word.
Okay, I'm thinking right palm.
Yeah, my right hand turns, if I'm here, it turns outward or down. And what I mean by that is, this application is blocking a kick. So I'm here. I don't want to
Right hand over.
contact or block a kick with this juicy, tender part of my wrist. There's nerves in there. So we turn down and contact it with the back side of the hand. So I'm here. Then the left hand is going to scoop this kick to the side, drawing them this way, and as they go, strike to the neck. Yes, sir. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's a good question. Does everybody remember the application for this vaguely? It's a weird one.
No, no, I don't.
All right, we can play with this. Let's do that. That's fun. We have 8 minutes left in class, and it's some way of using it. Things that's important for this. It isn't just here. I have to get out of the way because there's a kick coming. We're going to use the blocker in a second. It's a good kicker. But so I'm got my snake roots down, step up 7 stars. Someone kicks me. Get out of the way. So I don't just stay here and bend. I'm getting out of the way. Contacting the foot or the ankle with the back side of my right hand. And then the left hand scoops the kick, comes in, strike to the side of the neck. Where's my golden
Where's the big stick? Right there.
Oh, there it is, like hiding in plain sight. Okay. Would you do the honors, sir?
Yes.
Imitating a kick here. So here I am in my step up 7 stars. And then, yep, so I'm, oh, you gotta come in closer. I'm here, and then follow it like you're digging.
Yeah.
And then here, to his neck.
Pow.
Yes. If this was a person, it would be, it is a left kick. The left kick, because if you throw the foot I'm here, scoop, it draws him in, strike on the neck as he goes. Does that make sense? And
Just not the first part.
Yeah.
really like charge me with it, and then I'll. Oh, I was gonna say with the blocker.
Oh, okay.
Lower and.
There.
Oh, okay, we're gonna hit it backward.
Yes.
So we're just glancing it with that, with this.
Well,
hand
if there's a foot, I mean, if it's coming at you, there's actually, it's a block,
Attached to a
it's pushing
body.
it down. And then this continues the momentum and it strikes. It's very difficult to do with,
How I learned it was to hook it, grab the pants leg as you pull them in.
I thought that was a different application. Because I
you
kept
don't
thinking
really
of
grab the
that
pants
too.
leg in this one. I mean, you could, but in Tai Chi there's no
Actually,
grabbing.
it's just hook and hit, right?
Say it again?
It's just a hook, leg hook.
No, you're thinking of a heel kick, strike to heel
Yep.
application. This is a deep front kick coming at you. Get out of the way, block it, deflect it, strike them on the neck as they go that way. This is the application where if somebody is doing it correctly, you throw a kick and then you're doing this
Yep.
around the other side of them as they are, as you kind of skid by them. Have you seen that? Maybe any? Right? Any?
Vaguely.
Do you mind? Could we actually do it? All right, so. Here, and I'm here, and then I'm here.
Slap.
Oh, yeah, now I remember.
You remember? Now you see the
Now,
hop?
the other one is the one we actually turn with. No, that's okay.
No. But did you
I'm
see
just
what I
trying to
meant?
remember.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
There.
well, let's try it. I will be the assailant with the handy dandy here. I will not hurt you. I will not stab you. I will not knock you over. Who would like to go first? Anybody?
I've already been beat
All
up.
right, so, step up 7 stars. Okay, you ready? Lock. Yes, yes. Step back and strike. Yes. Yes. All right, Mr. Twin, here I come. Yes. turn the hand down. So both of them go down, right palm, other way, back of the hand, yes. And then deflect. Ooh, let me get this right.
Step back.
When this
go
hand
down.
turns down. Yes.
Right hand turns down.
Turn it
Down.
back of the hand. There you go. So that you
Oh.
don't hurt your nerve. Then you're going to switch with this one and scoop that way, yes. And then strike. Yes. One more time.
So,
Down, yes. And then
this one's,
Okay, no.
here. Make contact here. And then this one scoops over the top. Yes.
okay, now I get it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. 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 Strike. Yes.
You have to step back.
Yeah, as you guys, I mean, here, step back, and it's up.
Good. Step again, step backwards. Remember your left. Oh, don't hit me.
Always want to attack.
Okay. So, you will be right foot forward, and then as this comes, you're gonna step back with the right foot to get out of the way. Step as it comes back to you, which turn over time. Good, one more time. Get out of the way, step back, there you go. Yes, 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 yes.
So is it flipped or this way?
So they start here, so they're both kind of, we used to call it snails
Right
out.
on top.
Left hand is on top. Left hand is in front of you, towards you, closest to your chest. And then as you lower, the right palm rotates up, so you hit with the back, you make contact with the back of the hand. Yes. But then, this hand gets out of the way, this hand scoops the strike.
You got one in 21?
Yes, it is. One more time, everybody. Come on, this for you. We're gonna make it easier. So you bring your step up 7 stars. And here it comes. Yes, that's it, Mr. Twin. Don't,
Maybe step back.
that's correct, good catch. Yes. Yes, excellent. Yes, very good. Okay. With that said, let us pick up and sneak up on it in the form. Let's come from, and a single whip. So the single whip, snake creeps down, step up 7 stars, step back right beside into the mountain.
Yes, sir.
Again, snake creeps down. Step up 7 stars. Step back, ride the tiger to the mountain. Yep, let's do that one more time. Snake creeps down. Step up 7 stars. Step back, ride the tiger to the mountain. Good. Yes. So, Travis, sleep
So
along
as
this.
long as this hand is going this way.
Say it again?
As long as the left hand is down.
Yes.
I've got it right.
Yes.
And this hand is the opposite. So that's all I need to do.
So you make contact with the back of the right, and then it slips out, and you deflect with the left. Yeah.
So it's still on top. The right is on top.
So no, the right is on the bottom. It's here, and then they switch. Here. I'm sorry, I don't make it.
No, it's
Why
okay.
is it
It's okay.
complicated?
It takes, for some reason, I'll get it when I go home.
I know you will. It's like it's been planted, and the computer processor will run it, and I'm, there it is.
So when you start, and then your hand's open,
Yes, so I'm here.
right?
As I sink, this hand rotates and the palms open. And so that then this hand will come out, left hand will scoop the ankle. It's not really a grab, it's kind of a deflect. And then that momentum, if there's a person, will come this way, and I sit back and I strike the side of the neck as it comes at me. This move, I mean, all of Tai Chi applications really require a committed attack. This one really will not work if you don't have somebody that's not ready to come at you, because otherwise you're then trying to have to reach forward to strike. So if you ever are, once we get back into the ability to practice with people, if you find that you're having to like step forward to do that, it means there wasn't, either the range was too far or there wasn't a committed enough kick. I mean, this really needs to be like, oh, don't get kicked.
I have a line wiggy that has a discretion problem.
Yeah. I mean, and then, you know, you may have line wiggies that you can work with, but we're so close here. Just a few more shots, a few more vaccinations, and it'll be possible. But I want to kind of just plant those seeds just to remind you of like, what does this move do and why? Why? It's holy smokes fun. This one, snake creeps down, and playing guitar are three really big, deep, committed attacks. So playing guitar is a big, committed punch. Snake creeps down, same thing. Ho! Don't get hit. And then kick. And then this one is, don't get kicked. So they require that retreating quickness, that swiftness. Any questions? I'm sure we'll work more on this next week. And there's no rush. This rotation will be the whole third section, so we have plenty of time. All right?
How long, how many weeks is the rotation?
Oh, I don't know off the top of my head, but
What's the button at?
I think sometime in March it should be, because it's like 6 to 8 weeks, and this one started at the beginning of February, so another couple of weeks, I think, 2 to 3. Can't remember if graduation is before or after.
Any tips on memorizing sequence? Maybe like writing it down?
I do, yeah, so that's a great question. Tips on memorizing sequence. Doing it quickly, and I don't mean like it's a test, but like even if you don't have a lot of room, but you have like 3
Right.
square feet and just kind of, you know.
Well, I've run into the problem that I know all the moves, but I don't have the sequence in my head, and so I'm trying to figure out
Yes.
ways to just memorize that. So
So-
if I do that, then I would probably be able to nail it pretty good.
Well, so I'm just for my tips, doing it in a really truncated version quickly to see where my holes are was one way that I was able to sequence, and then I did write it down. I would just get a steno pad and I would just write the names up and down. And I had better success writing it versus typing it because there's that extra brain connection that happens when you're actually writing, even if it's abbreviated, you know, like however you want to use your shorthand, it's still making another neural connection. So I did it all ways. I did slow, pretty form. I have 3 square feet and 5 minutes between my next massage client, you know, to try to remember it, and then I would write it down. Yep. All right, so we're
I
looking.
recorded it and then just played it in my car.
That too. Yeah. So, everybody here at Master Meet, so we don't have to bow out. So, we can just go ahead and grab your swords and we'll come back.